My name is Matix, and this will be the first video on my newly created YouTube channel. I have not streamed this to Twitch. I've just started my Twitch channel for this game very recently. It's also Matix LOTR, so I will be streaming Season 2 of this game quite a lot. Yeah, so we are getting close to the end of Season 1 on server 277 in Lord of the Rings Rise to War. And I like this game. I think it's fun. You get to meet some cool people. The mechanics are pretty clean. The server lag is not an issue, and so I will continue playing this game. And if you look at the map, so we're in the last few days, we have pretty much completed all of our objectives. We did not take the ring. Rohan took the ring, so that is fine. They are our allies. We agreed to let them have the ring while we conquered the Eastern Territories. Now we are almost at Numinos, and this will be the last capital that we try to take, because then the season will be over. We just want to get the pipe, the golden pipe, which you can get with the prestige that we will receive. So this is 800 prestige, has some sick focus, some great melee, army HP once you level it up, and hopefully a heal, a big heal here. So the only disappointing thing is that this cannot be used with Khamûl, because Khamûl is undead, so this does not synergize, but I can use it for well, I can use it for a variety of things, mostly my Gothmog. I can use it for maybe the new light side commanders that I'm going to get, because we are going to the mixed server and we will play Mordor again. So this pipe is 800, which means that you need this is very important: control at least 15 factions, defend your capital, and achieve the ring level of 40. So perfect points for the pipe. This is fine. I honestly don't think that these rewards are very good. I mean, this is really the most you get for an entire season of being the best on the server. I don't know. I actually do have a lot of like armor stuff, so the pipe might even be better for me. And the other rewards are meaningless anyway. So yeah, so this is the situation on server 277. We got a nice group of guys. I'm in ORDR. We have around 20 active players, I would say, and we are in a very safe number 2 spot. Now, if you care about the rankings, I don't care about this, but I'm in the top 100 here, 69. My personal production is 120. I don't care about this rating at all. I mean, of course, congratulations to my teammates for being in the top 5, but personal production is really not important, or not a good indicator of your strength in this game. And the same goes for the warband production. So Rohan is the undefeated number 1 on our server. We are the undefeated number 2, and then the dwarves are number 3. This is just because they have a lot of players who just farm and yeah, enjoy not fighting. And then these other guilds, you have Linden in the fourth place, and then pretty much everything afterwards is defeated guilds with few active players. So yeah, overall, I started in Nurn, and we conquered all of this. We only lost 2 battles this season. One against Gondor in Harondor, and one against Rohan in Dagorlad. After this fight, we fought very well. It was not really a defeating loss for us, but we fought these 2 factions at the same time. So it became very apparent to us that we needed an ally. And both Gondor and Rohan wanted an alliance. We chose Rohan for reasons that don't need to be mentioned here. I mean, we thought at the time that the Gondor leadership was quite unprofessional, and that Rohan was much stronger than Gondor. So this is why we chose Rohan. And obviously it worked out very well for us. So from those two battles, we had already conquered all of this. So we took all of Mordor, then we fought on those two fronts, decided, okay, it's not a good idea, let's ally with Rohan. Then we took Osgiliath. A lot of Gondor players switched to the Lindon faction after our alliance with Rohan was announced, and so yeah, Gondor was defeated. And then we went on to Rhûn. Rhûn didn't have a lot of active players. We offered them many times to join our faction, but they refused. And so we conquered all of Rhûn. Kineland was our first capital. Then we had a good fight against the dwarves on the crossings here. If we zoom in, there are 2 crossings in this area. Yes, so here. Here and here. We had some good fights against them. Also in Selduin Vale, this was all Dwarven territory. Rhûn was very weak on our server, as on most servers. And yeah, we defeated the dwarves at the crossing, so they wanted a peace agreement here, which we offered them. Then we went west and helped Rohan against Lindon, Arnor, and we stopped the dwarves from entering the fight. So there was 1 week on this server where Rohan was in this vicinity, and Arnor, Lindon, and Erebor were supposed to attack them. Arnor and Lindon attacked them, and they managed to hold them off. In the meantime, we defeated the dwarves at the crossing, and then we went west to push Lindon out, which helped Rohan to secure the ring. So when we made the alliance with Rohan, we assured them that we would not interfere with the capture of Dol Guldur. We were not really interested in that because most of us played the game for the first time. We just wanted to have a fun experience, play with some friends, get to know the game, and we did really well, I think. It worked out perfectly. So we defeated Lindon at Rivendell, and now we're currently pushing Arnor, like I said. But overall, a very solid season. And if the second season goes like this again, I wouldn't mind at all. Second place is very good. Maybe they upgrade the rewards a little bit, but we will see. In the next season, it is our goal to capture Dol Guldur, of course, because if you don't want to win, then why are you playing the game? So, of course, that is on our horizon, but we will not overcommit, break alliances or anything just to get the ring. That's not worth it. Because this game will, the truth is, this game will exist for a lot of seasons. So Rohan and Mordor had a very good alliance. Lothlorien was a part of this too, and now in the end the dwarves joined us, which is why we will give them back their capital, so that they can also get the end of season rewards. Okay, so this was an overview of the situation here on server 277. Like I said, most of us will go mixed, Mordor again. And I'm looking forward to that. I will quickly show you my commandos. So I tested a lot during this season. I made a lot of changes. I adapted a lot of equipment. I tried a bunch of different units, and I have found 3 army compositions that work really well. I essentially use Khamûl, Lurtz, and Gothmog when it comes to fighting serious fights. And this is because these 3 commanders all have slightly different army compositions if you build them correctly. So you have a good level of variety, and each one of these commanders is the strongest one with their army composition. So for example, my Lurtz deals a lot of physical damage. I put a full army of Mumakils with him, and he kills every army, basically. So he is my best physical damage dealer. My second best physical damage dealer is Aksok, but since I have Lurtz, why would I use Aksok? I just refill Lurtz. I use Aksok for tiling, because stamina is an issue in this game. But yeah, so my philosophy is you use your top 3 commanders, and you just refill them constantly. Because remember, if you use units, if I use Mumakirs with Aksok, for example, and my losses are higher here, I will not have enough to resupply both of these commanders, as the barrack size is extremely limited. Khamûl does excellent focus damage. I run him with halberdiers, corsairs, and alchemists. He is fantastic. He goes against. He has a really good matchup against anti-Mumakil armies. So this is why I use Khamûl. My opponents need to build anti-Mumakil armies because otherwise my lords can go through 8 armies of the same level easily. And if they do that, I just send in my Khamûl, who takes out 3 to 4 armies, no problem. And then finally I have Gothmog. Gothmog is someone that I started using recently. He's okay. He does focus damage as well. He has an interesting heal. You use Reapers, Halberdiers, and Alchemists with him, which is slightly different than what I use for Khamûl, because for Khamûl I don't use Reapers. So with Gothmog I have Reapers in there, which means that I have an advantage with all fights that go into the late game. I'm not going to show you my builds because this is just a short introduction video. So yeah. My builds can be seen in my commander tier list that I will be uploading soon. So you can check that out if you're interested. Alright, then I pulled the Black Serpent. I got very lucky. Unfortunately, at respect 0, he's not very good. We need him at respect 3. And then we will go for this skill tree, which is absolutely amazing in my opinion. And the Horn of Harad. This should delete enemies in the first 4 rounds, no problem. With a little bit of RNG from this chance to attack twice. So yeah, I will test this hopefully next season. I will do a 100 Matham chest opening very soon, so yeah, keep an eye out for that. So Black Serpent, I'm just gonna add him as a 4th commander next season because the barrack sizes will be increased and you can build more units as well from the light and the evil side. So taking 1 to 2 commanders more into the fighting zones will be important. He will be very good at respect 3, and so I don't mind using troops on him. And then I hope to get Witch King or Kirun, potentially 1 or 2 light side commanders such as Gandalf the Grey or Gimli, for example, something like that, to make sure that we have a nice variety of troops. Now the other troops I have here, Aksok is okay. Like I said, Grima is interesting. He has a lot of madness. You can use him in some funny combinations. He is quite different from the other commanders on this list. Same goes for the Mouth of Sauron. So if I realize that my opponents are well, in most cases they are specifically building anti-my lords, so I just send Khamûl and Gothmog. But if I realize that they find a composition which works against all 3 of them, which in my opinion doesn't exist, I can always resort back to sending in these guys, who are very different. The Mouth will be a good character in my opinion. I just need to get his respect 5, and yeah, just a few more points in these here. And then I have my Tylus here. I have Yusra and Grishnak, which have a speed boost. These guys are my Tylus. I use them with Fell Beasts. And the rest of my commanders I just use for tips. There's no point in wasting units on them and fighting opponents. So Shadow and Garbak are not good. No matter what anyone tells you, these guys are the bottom of the barrel for the evil side. Same goes for all of these guys. I might try Khaldun or Maltok. Where's my Maltok? Here. Khaldun or Maltok at respect 5, because this guy uses raiders, which I don't use right now. They could be good against the mounted units, so I might look into that. I don't have him at this yet, so it will take some time. Unfortunately, these 2 skills are very mediocre, so this is the only one that's interesting. Only the title is interesting. And then Khaldun has a really good respect 5. This is the same that Kirun has actually. So this is reduced damage, a chance to attack twice, and a stun, a percentage chance to stun every single round. So that's really cool. I will probably run this Easterling and this Marshal of the East Mark and test him next season once I have him at Respect 5. But right now, this is not my priority. So my priority is to get the Witch King, to get my Black Serpent to Respect level 3, and to get Kiron maybe and improve my gear. So my gear is decent. On my top guys, I need a lot more golden gear for Khamûl to upgrade this stuff. Lurtz I already have in a pretty decent position. I can probably push 400 might if I get a few more of these. I also need to refine them. I don't have a lot of these items, and they have some cool effects here, so this is some nice mitigation for my Mumax, of course. And the March speed is not that important. And this bow is crazy, so if I hope to get this bow again, it increases the damage to 120% physical, which is very, very nice. And then Gothmog, I use purple gear because I cannot maintain more than 2 commanders with gold gear. It's already difficult right now. I need to upgrade Khamûl soon. So this guy, I put some purple gear on him. He's still good, so that's fine. And my Black Serpent, I just put some golden gear. I will focus on him more next season once I have him at Respect level 3. Alright, so this is my account. Thank you for watching the video, and I will be uploading a lot of stuff, so I will see you guys later.